So we're headed to the world's most dangerous motorcycle road to put this 90-year-old motorcycle to test. This is the 2026 Wheels Through Time raffle bike, and today is the day we're gonna initiate this thing into motorcycle history and get it ready for you guys to take home coming this November 22nd. So one of the most common things that we hear at the museum, kind of two common themes. First, I'm gonna put this motorcycle in my living room when I win it. And secondly, people always kind of chuckle at, kind of thinking that old motorcycles can't get down the road and get down the road real fast by today's standards. Today, we came to the tail of the dragon, 318 curves in 11 miles to dispel that myth and show you guys this thing doesn't belong in your living room, it belongs on the road. Okay, so we're gonna get this thing topped off and then take you guys through some of the functions on the bike, some of the starting procedures, show you just how this thing operates, and put it to the test on one of the twistiest motorcycle roads in the world. I'm hoping I don't get my doors blown off. I saw a couple sport bikes right up the road, blew by us on the way here, and I don't know if
you can keep pace with them.
I don't know if I'll be dragging it. I don't know if I'll be dragging their knees. So 1939 Harley, guys. One of the nicest machines I've personally ever restored. I got that 61 cubic inch overhead valve knuckle engine, 4-speed transmission, set up on some 18-inch wheels. The early knuckleheads, awesome, nimble motorcycles. And one of the things about this bike is, with these big 18-inch wheels, you can kind of point it any direction you want. You get a lot of those later Harley Davidsons, you kind of locked into your track. These things, really agile, really maneuverable. Now this bike has just a couple miles on it. There's 3 miles on the clock right now. Maybe had 10 or 15 miles before we got the speedometer cable hooked up. So this is literally the first road test for this bike. So we're gonna take it through a lot of its paces, make sure the clutch is working proper, shift working nice, throttle, spark advance, of course, all that's pretty slick as butter. Gotta check the brakes, see how it accelerates. It's gonna be real fun to lay this thing over in the curves, and we'll see exactly what happens, and we're hoping for good results.
I'm just doing a once
cotter
over.
pin. Is there a
cotter pin?
Cotter pin?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, man, this thing is clean as it gets. It's been sitting in our showroom all year. I didn't really bring any tools, but I brought protein. So we're gonna get ready to go.
I'm looking to make sure all the cotter pins are in their appropriate places on the brakes and the clutch. Don't see any lug nuts that have worked their way loose.
Cool. So, starting procedure on a motorcycle like this, super easy. First thing you want to do is make sure the fuel's on. So you got fuel shut off on both sides on the early knucklehead tanks, up and down. Over on this side, you got the choke. You want to make sure your your toe pedal's down there, clutch is engaged. So choke's down, a little bit of spark retard. Give it 3 prime kicks, 2, 3. Choke off, maybe give it 1 click on the choke, key on, and just kick it. Good deal. Love it. So excited I can barely stand. All right. So as I'm riding over to the tail of the dragon, I'm actually getting a little bit nervous. Not because of my riding ability, but because I'm on somebody else's motorcycle. We've poured a ton of work into this machine to make sure everything operates just like it should and the bike acts like it should. But the reality is, this is the first road test and anything can happen. Man, this thing is running perfect. Loves that cool weather. Twisty road on the way here, real nice and nimble and agile. Carburetor is tuned like perfectly. Brakes work great. Shifts like butter. I do need a little front brake adjustment. Hey guys. Yeah.
Lasts forever.
Yeah, so we're gonna adjust the front brake there. Give me a little bit more grab here.
Is this the bike you're gonna give away?
That's it, man.
The funds go to the right place.
Well, I sure appreciate it, man.
Nice seeing you, man.
All right, well, I'm ready. This thing is ready to eat. I'm ready for some curves. All right, here we go. Time to have some fun. You can win this thing. All right, let's go. Wait. There's a screw right there in my brake. You got your Leatherman?
Yep.
Cool. Front brake screw. This is why we're shaking it down for y'all. You know what, man? I'm listening for engine sounds. I'm listening for chassis noises. And I gotta be honest, like, it just sounds so good going down the road. All right, I'm glad that didn't happen going down the road. Ready? All right.
Of this road, it's really not that the curves themselves are that dangerous. What makes it so dangerous is you have a lot of guys who come and they try to outride their skill level. They'll hit these curves a little too fast. They peel across the center lane, either into oncoming traffic or they overshoot the turn. You got to keep your eyes focused to the apex and the exit of the curve, and because that's where you're wanting to go.
Man, she runs good. Thing is really happy, like right in between second and third gear. What are we running? 35, up to maybe 45. Man, nice fall day.
So the one thing about riding this time of the year, leaves are falling. And so Matt's getting a face full of leaves just about every turn we come around.
Man, I'm getting pegged in the face.
I shouldn't laugh because it's going to be me on the way back.
How many curves we at? Somebody counting? Throttle response is amazing for a little 61. I think we put the hotter cam in this bike to Andrew's S-Grind. It's just a slight bump from stock. Really great mid-range. Man, what a sweetie. Track straight as an arrow, runs through the curves beautifully. Just effortless, super nimble. Chris hasn't even put any miles on this thing yet. I think he's gonna love it. All right, there we have it. Yes! Sweet, sweet ride. This thing is really performing excellent. Tracking down the road, beautiful. Straight as an arrow. I mean, the brakes work good, the throttle. Man, this motorcycle was made for that road. Oh my goodness, I got some leaves in my teeth.
We saw that. It was like,
That was fun, man.
Yeah.
You guys held a good pace. Just throttle response is beautiful. The track's really, really straight. Those tires are super grippy. Coker Firestone ANS's. See, I just got this brake nut here. Come a little bit loose. We didn't get passed.
yeah.
Nobody passed us. Nope. For the record, nobody passed us. Yeah, everything looks really good. So, you want to ride it? Come on. Come on. You don't have to push it. You can Sunday cruise it, man. Gosh, man. I'm speechless. Really, it's such a fun bike. You know, I've ridden that road 100 times on a lot of different vehicles, and that's about as fun as it gets. It tracks so good. The 18-inch wheels are just awesome.
It's a foot shift motorcycle. A foot clutch motorcycle.
It gets fun from here. Second and third gear, it's all you need.
Yep.
You know, and you could probably do it all without the clutch if you wanted to. It shifts so nice.
So the first thing I noticed, got great acceleration, great pull, climbing up here, going into these curves.
Ooh, look at him lay it over. People kind of worry about the foot clutch thing, but I'll be honest, you know, you shift so little that it's all, you know, it's not even an issue. There he goes, man.
One thing about riding an old machine is there's this, at least to all of us, there's this connection with a bygone era. You know, when all motorcycles were like this, and the connection between the foot clutch and the tank shift, and just the exhilarance of the machine is one of those things that just can't be matched with, really to me, with any other modern motorcycle.
You know, I like to put 300-400 miles on a bike every time we give it away. This is the first big step. You know, after today, we'll probably have 50 miles on it, 60 miles. At that point, we'll go back, adjust primary chain, adjust the secondary chain, brake adjustment, shifter, clutch adjustments, probably go and retorque some head bolts and base bolts, and take it out for its next couple 100 miles. Chris is officially a Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer!
Awesome, man.
We're gonna go get this guy a t-shirt. Here you go. Ooh, purple. Open it, open it. Oh, dear. Dragon Slayer. Ooh, a tank top. Dragon Diva. And you get it here. Here's a sticker. There you go. I did get a license plate though, so you guys, when you win the bike, this is what you get. We're gonna slap it on there, I guess, huh? Yeah. You gonna do it? Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, jewels and everything. Here, that one's actually. Yeah. All right, guys, there it is. It's officially Dragon certified. What, 318? Well,
318 curves and 11 miles.
636 curves back and forth. Yeah. So anyway, ready for an oil change, chain adjustment. How's that rear chain? Fit pretty nice? Still feel good?
Yeah, a little loose, but it's
all right.
Just what it does wears in.
We got all the initial stuff left to, you know, retorque head bolts, base bolts, clutch adjustment, chain adjustment. But first step complete. Dragon slayed. All right, let's get back to work. He said, you know that's a women's shirt, right? I was like, yeah. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I know.